I'd like to thank the grace of heaven, the virtues of the masters, and the compassion and mercy of predecessors, transmitters, temple masters, lecturers, and everybody for giving me this opportunity to give to talk on today's topic, which is the Taoist classes of the way and very topic 22. The title is called 弘道 or 自然, okay, nature, 自然. 弘道, it's literally because it means with, okay, with, same as, but more appropriate, a better one is in harmony with the Tao, okay? All right, that's just what this chapter is, the main, you can say the theme, the topic. All right, once again, this chapter is not too long. It's shorter, it's a little bit shorter than last week's. It's basically two major sections. The first 6 phrases is the intro section, divided up into 2 sections, A and B. All right, and then the second half is divided up into 3 sections. Phrases 7 through 13 are basically the same. I mean, he's saying it from a different perspective, but it's about the same thing. And he's talking about 3 main topics, which is about the Tao, virtue, and not the Tao, not with the Tao. Okay, so it's with the Tao, with the virtue, and following the Tao. Okay, and then the conclusion about faith. Okay, all right. So that's chapter 23 overview. Okay, so let's go to the outline. Okay, chapter 23. All right. Okay, in harmony with Tao. Okay, the first phrase of section 1 is sparse speech, or rare, you can say speech. It's natural. Okay, so, okay. Xi means few, rare, scarce, uncommon, etc. Okay, those are the adjectives. Okay, okay. Yan means words of speech. Okay, 自然, that's that in modern use and in common meaning, it just means nature, natural. Okay, nature, natural, or naturally, spontaneously. Okay. There's another meaning which we'll talk about later a little bit. The basic meaning of this phrase is that the sages, or we say sages means the enlightened being. Okay, that's the basic meaning of that. Okay, they see nature and know that everything in nature has a beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so nothing lasts forever. Okay, something has a beginning, then it has a middle, which is the transitioning, or the state of being or becoming, and then an end. Okay, all right. So additional understanding is no manifestation in the material world continues on forever. All things start, stop, and transition. So no phenomena lasts forever. Okay, and that's true because we're not in the absolute realm, right? So anything outside of absolute is what? Has a beginning and end, all right? So that's part of this phenomena, right? This nature, this phenomena, right? The phenomena of this cosmos, etc. Okay, all right. Here's another indication of sparse speech or rare speech, scarce speech. Okay, it means that something that's rarely spoken or scarcely heard of. Okay, another understanding is of scarce or sparse speech is not to contend or argue, but it does not mean not to speak. Okay, so if you remember from last chapter, right, we talked about not to contend, right? There's a big section. Well, yeah, there's a middle section, right? That we talked about harmony, right? Uh, I'm talking about chapter 22, right? To cherish the one or embrace the one, hold the one. All the different manifestations of, we could say, arrogance, right? Big part of it is, sages don't contend. They avoid it. Okay, so that's the same thing you can say. Okay, but the deeper meaning of this is of sparse words or speech. It's something that's difficult to say or describe in words. Okay, something not you you almost can't describe it or say it. Okay, so that's another meaning of this. Okay, the deeper meaning of this of nature, what we normally call nature, is the unchanging law of the heavens and earth, the eternal, changeless principle of truth. Okay, so you can say, yeah, at the very highest level or the grandest level, it's the Tao. Yeah, you can say that. Okay, well, but it's actually that truth. You can say it's that absolute truth. Okay, right. So the additional understanding of this, of what we say nature, is what? Something that is very regular or routine, very common or very ordinary, very plain or simple, very genuine or straightforward. That's called nature. That's the four normals, by the way, or four normalities. Okay, so if you look at the glossary, the four normalities, okay, are these. Okay, all right. So they cover everything. That's why you can say it's nature too, because it covers the spatial dimension, the temporal dimension, the internal and the external dimensions. Okay, so so that's the four normalities, if you want to call it, or normals. Okay, all right. By the way, this term 自然, okay, or nature, will appear, show up 5 times. Okay, the first time I think we saw was chapter 19, I believe, right? When they say, "Oh, we do everything naturally or according to nature." Not 19, I think it's one of those chapters. Okay, so, sorry, chapter 17. Yeah, chapter 17, we saw it last time. Okay, all right. That's the to know to have. Okay, and then we're gonna see it. We see it today in chapter 23. Then we're gonna see it pretty soon in chapter 25, and then chapter 51 and 64. Okay, all right. So, okay, that's so you know. Okay, so that's the deeper meaning of 自然 or natural. Okay, so the deeper understanding is it's very difficult to understand the truth. That's what this phrase is. Okay, sparse speech is natural. It's very difficult to understand the truth. The truth being the nature, right? Okay, or that changeless principle or truth. Okay, all right. Another understanding is very few could hear about the truth or know about it or could know it. So it just that's rare, right? So something, okay. So all right. So the implication is that nature or the Tao does not speak for itself. So it's difficult to hear about, understand, or describe the eternal changeless truth. Okay, and also the Tao is the nature. Okay, that's okay. So the key point is of this phrase is that nature's kind of truth is not easy to hear about its profound and subtle parts. It's rare to hear of the Tao, and even more difficult to understand and describe it. Okay, and this kind of sums up of what the previous chapters they just try to describe of the Tao, right? Especially like chapters, I think, what's that? 20 right? The essence, right? Okay. 19, the simplicity and pureness, right? Okay. And also chapter 21, okay? So, all right. Among other chapters, okay? There are many other chapters before that. I think chapter 15 is also part, okay? All right. Let's go to the next two phrases of section 1. Okay. Strong wind does not last all morning. Sudden rain does not last all day. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. This is ancient usage. Okay. Uh, Modern usage, they would not use this word. Piao. Piao means literally means to float, to wave. Okay. Um, it, it means powerful wind, stormy wind, whirlwind, sun gale, cyclone-like wind. Okay. All right. Okay. That's the ancient use. Cao means morning, early morning. Okay. Uh, this word zhou, right? Zhou, yeah, zhou means sudden, abrupt, unexpected. Okay. So zhou yu, okay, means sudden rain. Okay. Sudden, unexpected, heavy rain, downpour. Okay. All right. um, so the basic meaning of this first phrase just means that stormy wind doesn't last all morning. Okay. Now, this is a metaphor, the stormy wind. Okay. Yes, on the superficial level, talking about nature, right? We have strong wind, right? Cyclones, etc. Okay, whirlwind. It also could imply dealing with human communication, the way we speak, right? Blowing hot air, being a windbag, right? So, full of hot gas, right? Some people are very forceful, right? In talking, be it, in criticism, etc., etc. Okay. So that's another, yeah, you can say another understanding. Right? Okay. Now let's go to the second phrase about this sudden rain or downpour. Okay. Uh, where are we? Okay. Basic meaning: abrupt heavy rain or downpour will not last all day. Okay. All right. So that's, yeah, describing nature. Okay. Yeah. You know, you know, we don't get constant strong winds or constant heavy rain, right? That's uncommon, right? So okay, but okay, there's another meaning. Okay, so that's nature, but we're talking about human. With respect to humans, what are the strong wind and heavy rain? It's complaints and negativity, pompous and pretentious words, negative emotions and passions. Okay, so these should be uncommon for humans or not natural. The key is, okay, nature has, it's rare. The strong winds and heavy downpour or sudden down, it's rare in nature. So likewise, it should be rare in humans, especially with regard to these uh, aspects, negative things. Okay, all right. So the deeper meaning, okay, of this is abnormal or atypical phenomena of nature. Okay, strong winds and sudden downpours. Okay, so the additional understanding is this: is so why do stormy winds and certain heavy rains occur? They form because of humankind's collective karma. Okay, so that means there's a relationship between the manifestation of nature and we human humankind, collect out. Yeah, also you can say our actions and thoughts. Okay, thoughts and actions. So there's a connection. Okay, so in one respect, nature is a reflection of humankind's thoughts and actions. Okay, so that's another understanding of the phrase. Okay, so the further understanding is that collective karma causes the entire climate system to become abnormal and favorable. unfavorable. Okay, so that's another meaning. Deeper understanding is these abnormal phenomena are not considered as the typical manifestations of nature. Okay, all right, all right. Stormy winds and unexpected heavy rains are like the heaven and earth venting its fury. But after a while, it will return back to normal. All right. So, all right. So our human thoughts and actions the same, right? Okay. You know, these are, the stormy winds, the negative emotions, the complaints, negativity, pompous words, pompous speech, pretentious words. Those are not normal, should not be normal for humans as well. Okay. All right. The implication: whatever that is not in accordance with the Tao will not be lasting. They will be very transient. Okay, 短暂. Okay, transient. Okay, ephemeral. Okay, yeah, because these are not quote unquote normal. Like the stormy winds and sudden heavy rain. These are metaphors, of course. Okay, besides just talking about nature. So they are not considered typical of nature. Likewise, they should not be normal of human nature, or in accordance with the Tao. Okay, so and we'll get uh, to to the middle section, which will go more in depth. Explain, and as the title of this chapter, right? In harmony with Tao, right? So these are not in these qualities, like the stormy winds or the sudden heavy rains, are not the qualities of a Tao, of the Tao. Okay, because the Tao is harmonious. Okay, and that's the heading of this chapter. Okay, all right. So by truly returning to our original state, we will become Buddhas. Will not compete and scheme against each other. Will be very harmonious with the four nirvana virtues, which are what: eternity or permanence, bliss or happiness, true self, and purity will be manifested. Okay, so that's from the Nirvana Parinirvana Sutra, by the way. Okay, all right. It's also called the Four Sida. Okay, in short. Okay, that's the shortened. Okay, so that's what they are. Okay, that's what they are. Okay, okay. All right. So those are the four virtues. Okay, you can say traits, qualities of our. Oh, you can say of our Buddha nature in the nirvana realm or state. Okay, in that transcendental state. Okay, so from our perspective, that's what these things are. Okay, I mean that the Buddha nature is. Okay, it's it's permanent. Okay, it has no beginning and end, right? It's bliss. Bliss, yeah, it can mean happiness. I mean, happiness is it's a type of bliss, you can say that, right? And why there is blissful? Why is our Buddha nature blissful? Why is our essence, in that blissful state? Because it's self-sufficient. It, it has it has everything it ever could want or need. Okay, or you can say it could do almost everything, right? The 10 freedoms, right? The 10 emancipations, 实自在, right? That's okay. So you could, it's almost like it's omniscient. Sorry, omnipotent, right? That means all powerful, right? Can do, the six transcendental powers, 六神通, it's part of this. Okay, the 10 freedoms or liberations. Okay, then the true self, it's absolute, it's non-attached. Okay, it's non-conditioned, it's non-dualistic. Okay, it's neither good nor bad. Okay, it's unperturbed. That's no four marks. etc. Right? No, that's non-dualistic. No subject-object duality. That's the true self. And then the purity. It's non-conditioned, non-defilable. Then it can't be stained. Okay, it can't be blemished. All right, it's perfect. You can say. All right. Okay, so that's the four nirvana states or virtues. Okay. All right. Now the last phrase of section 1. What makes this so? Heaven and earth. Okay. So okay, the basic meaning is, why is it that stormy winds and unexpected heavy rains never last? Because of heaven and earth, because of the nature. It's not, you know, yeah, the stormy winds and unexpected heavy rains are atypical uh, qualities or manifestations of nature. Okay, so they don't last. Okay, all right. So additional understanding is they occur to, you can say, due to the heaven and earth, like venting their fury, but the venting only lasts for a period of time. Okay, so it's short duration. So another understanding is they are these stormy winds and unexpected heavy rains are caused by the collective karma of humans. So if humans do not create karma, then all will be gentle breezes and beautiful sunshine. 风和日丽. That's an idiom. Okay, it's like spring. Like a spring. You know, the temp, the weather is mild. Etc. Etc. Okay, so key point: as long as we do not create karma, the meteorological phenomena will be very ideal. Okay, it'll be like paradise. Okay, so the key is we don't create karma. We, as long as we're all, you can say, enlightened, right? Then hey, you will have paradise on earth in the present. Okay, you don't have to go to nirvana to have paradise. Okay, so that's the key. All right. Okay, as long as we're all enlightened in this world, then yeah, you'll have paradise. Okay, in this world. Okay, all right. Okay, now I'm coming into the last the last section of last two phrases of section 1. Okay, so he says, even heaven and earth cannot make it, made the stormy winds and the sudden heavy rain last, let alone humans. Okay, so 而况 means let alone, much less, besides. Okay, moreover. Okay, so the basic meaning is the power of nature, heaven, and earth, is vast. It's great, and certainly greater than ours. So another understanding, even the power of nature is not enough to keep strong winds and going on indefinitely. All right. So deeper understanding is all the abnormal phenomena of nature. Okay, the atypical quality of that, they are not lasting. The stormy winds and heavy rains are not normal, so they do not endure. Okay, our understanding. Nature will not let the appearance of abnormal phenomena to last. So implication, if the actions of humans do not conform to the true principles, then there's no way these abnormalities or atypical qualities or traits will last. So the key point is what we should strive in cultivating is to pursue the four normals, which is, the regular routine, common, ordinary, plain, simple, genuine, and straightforward. These are very routine and these traits that are very routine and very ordinary are the ones that will endure. Okay, all right. So that's the section 1 intro. Now I go to section 2. He's the second half. Okay, now he's going to expand. Okay, on what is it to be in harmony. Okay, what is in harmony? Okay, all right. Let's see. Basic meaning: those who can deal with all matters according to it. That's this first phrase. Okay, those who can follow the Tao. Okay, addition, uh, first meaning of first. Those who can communicate in accordance with the Tao without being wordy, being positive and constructive in a natural and forced way. Okay. Dao Zi. Okay. Literally, it means person who follow the Tao. Okay, or person of the Tao. Everyone who has the beginningless and endingless Buddha nature to mind. Okay, so that's really all of us are Tao Zi. All right. Okay. Okay. The higher understanding is this, though, is whether we have not manifested or expressed, shown out our Buddha nature, isn't it, even if we did not manifest our Buddha, isn't the Buddha nature still in us? Of course, yes. Or we already have manifested, does it stand out particularly? Does it stick out? Does it shout it out that, hey, 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 I'm showing my Buddha nature? No, right? So regardless of which case, the Buddha nature is still within all of us, all in the same place. Okay? All right, so that's that. So, okay, second phrase is those who have the Buddha nature are the same, are like the equivalent as the Tao. Okay? All right. Another understanding is those who follow the way or the Tao will find the way. Okay. The deeper meaning of Tong Yu Dao. Okay, that's the second phrase right here. Okay. All right. Okay. Is to be one. Okay. To be in harmony. Okay, with the Tao. To be the same. The higher another understanding is to have already recognized it. You can say, I say actualized it, entered within it, already cultivating and practicing it. The Tao is the same as you. There's no difference, right? So if we not just recognize, but we have actualized it, really, entered into it, or being in it already, manifesting, cultivating, and practicing. Then you're the Tao. You are it. There's no difference. You are one with it, right? That's the embracing the one, all right? Same idea, okay? Same notion. So the implication, to neither come nor go, right? Tathagata, right? It's called permanent, right? So permanent is just the true principle. In dealing with all matters according to the Tao, it is to be permanent, changeless. Okay, right? That's when Buddha, right, when he was about to enter his nirvana, Ananda asking, well, where is he going to go? If he's going to leave us, Buddha said, he's not going anywhere. And he didn't come from anywhere. He's everywhere. Okay, so because that's in the absolute state. There's no coming and going. All right, because once you have coming and going, that's duality, and then that's form. Then you fall into the realm of forms. Okay, so when we are at one with the Tao, when we actualize it, there's no coming and going. You are the Tao, or the Tao is you. You can say that. Okay, so there's no distinction. There's no more what. If we say you are the Tao, or you enter the Tao, or something like that. Okay, so there's a subject and object. You is the subject, the Tao is the object, right? So that's differentiation, subject-object duality, right? So that's what Bao Yi, or embrace, or hold the one, or we say have the one, or be with the one, because we have to use all these words, verbs and adjectives. It's just it, one. There's no you and it, etc., etc. Okay, so that's called permanent. That's unchanging. That's the absolute truth. Okay, all right. So when we are with the Tao, means that we've already realized the Tao, and so are no different than Tao. Since we are already self-equipped with the Tao, our true selves already possess the Tao. Okay. That's our Buddha nature essence, right? Okay. Buddha nature essence is the Tao. Okay. All right. Then the next phrase of section 2. Okay. Those who follow virtue are with virtue. That's kind of like tautology, right? Okay. So similar up here, right? Right? Those who follow the Tao are with the Tao. Okay, same thing. All right. Okay, now he's using virtue. Now, remember, the Tao is the essence. Okay. Now, the virtue is the manifestation of the essence. Okay. So, okay. So, basic meaning is those who follow the corresponding virtue. Okay, of the Tao. Another understanding: those who follow virtue will have a virtuous life. Okay, that's tautology. Okay. Another understanding: those who cannot follow naturally, but can do so with reminders. Yeah, that's a little step below. Okay, because you're not exactly completely at one with the Tao, but you are striving towards it. So that's still not bad. Okay. So the deeper understanding of Tao, 德者, the um, the person of virtue, okay, or the virtuous people. All actions that are in accordance or manifested from the essence of the Tao is called virtue. The manifestations of all marvelous virtues like the countless sand grains of the Ganges River, pure virtues like the countless sand grains of the Ganges. Okay, uh, this is like a paraphrase of a couple phrases in the Diamond Sutra. Okay, all right. All right. So the deeper understanding of Tong Yu De is to be in accordance with virtue, to be the same as those who follow virtues. Okay. Okay. So the higher understanding is those who follow virtues are those who follow their conscience. The Tao is just like our conscience. Implication: what we have already manifested are all the functions and applications of the Buddha nature essence. Right. That's what the that virtue means. Okay. All right. I'm not talking about virtues that we learn. I'm talking about virtues that naturally come from our Buddha nature essence. Okay. We talked about that 4 virtues, the nirvana state, right? That's the highest example, right? That's the highest description, if you will. Okay. All right. Example. Then there are other virtues, right? Right? The 8 virtues of Confucius, etc., etc., etc. Okay. All right. Okay. Key point. This way, those who follow virtue are already in accordance with virtue. So we should just let our Buddha nature essence or manifest them, their virtue, because our Buddha nature is already self-equipped with all the countless marvelous virtues like the sand grains of the Ganges River. Okay? All right? So that's okay. So that's what that phrase means. Okay. Now the third phrase of part A of section 2. Okay. Those who follow laws are with laws. Okay. Okay. Now this. Okay. Yeah, it could be a verb or a noun. It means loss or mistake. It could mean to lose, to neglect, not to get lost, as in losing sense of direction. No, this means to lose something. Okay, that's a verb, or a loss. Okay, a defect, a mess. Okay, so the basic meaning is those who go against the Tao are like those who have experienced loss, such as obstacles and setbacks in life. Okay, another understanding of this phrase is those who do not follow the way will lose the way. That's tautological. All right. Another understanding is we choose how to put Lao Tzu's teachings into practice or not, as the case may be, and end up with a corresponding result. So if we decide to follow the Tao or the way, then we will be with the way, or we will find the way, right? And if we choose to follow virtue, then we will be, or we will have a virtuous life, or we will be virtuous. Okay, but if we choose not to follow the Tao, then you are also at a loss too, or you will have lost the way, will lose the way. Okay, same idea. So it's a choice. Okay, so these are Lao Tzu's obviously the from his perspective we're talking about the Tao. These are the three you can say choices or consequences. Okay, so the deeper meaning of people who have lost or who follow the loss is those who do not understand or do not know the Tao principles. Okay, so that's the majority of the people, right? From that definition. Okay, so further understand for those who do not practice the virtues Tao, we also do not force them to practice Tao virtues. Okay, all right. So that's another one. Okay, the deeper understanding of to be with loss is what? To be tolerant of those not knowing or understanding or practicing the Tao. Okay, so are with the loss. Okay, that's another deeper meaning. It's to be tolerant of those who don't follow the way, and that's another way, short way of saying. Okay, so higher understanding is those who follow the Tao virtues do not have to reject those who do not practice Tao. So to be with them and be harmonious with them, able to be harmonious and tolerant. Okay, so that's the deeper understanding of this phrase. Okay, all right. So for those who follow the Tao virtues or who have the Tao, you know, we cannot reject these people. Okay, because we have to live with them. Okay, all right. We cannot be separated from them, right? Okay, so we have to be with them, and you have to get along with them. So you have to be harmonious and tolerant of them. All right. The implication is even those who do not practice Tao, and why is that? Because even those who do not practice Tao still have the same Buddha nature as those who follow, right? Right? So they also have Buddha nature. So that's why we have to be still harmonious and tolerant with them. Okay? Because they also have the Buddha. They don't realize it. They just don't know it. Okay? So the key is being able to accommodate their non-virtuous affairs and actions, but without following them in doing the same as them. This is called in harmony with Tao, the same as them, the same Buddha nature. Okay, just like nature, right? We say nature has good part and bad parts, right? Nature has strong winds, heavy rain, tornadoes, cyclones, floods, earthquakes, etc., volcanoes. But nature still tolerates it. Nature doesn't reject them and say, oh, no, 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 these can't happen. No, it will happen, but only for a short time. But that's okay. We still have to be in harmony. You still have to tolerate. So likewise, we as Tao cultivators or the people who follow the virtues, have to accommodate, tolerate them. And that's called being in harmony, okay, with the Tao. Not because, oh, we tolerate people who are bad. No, but we understand that they also have the same Buddha nature as us, just that they don't know it, they don't realize it. So we tolerate them, we have to accept them. But, like I said, we do not follow them in doing the same as them. In other words, we can tolerate them, but we don't do the same as them, right? Okay? We still follow virtue, right? Okay. All right. Okay. That's the first half. Now the second half. This seems very okay. Second half of this section. Those who are with the Tao is also pleased to have them. Okay. Okay. The basic meaning is. First phrase is 同于道者. It's those who follow the Tao. Okay. Or another understanding, those who in harmony with their Buddha nature. Okay, okay. The deeper understanding of the first phrase is to already be able to return to one's original state. Okay, all right. So that's all right. That means you are it. You are the Tao. You are one with it. Okay. Now, why would the Tao? I thought the Tao was supposed to be emotionless, right? Why is it pleased, right? Okay, so, all right, let's see. Okay, basic meaning is for those who follow the Tao will follow them. Or for those who are with the Tao will be with them. Okay, it's tautological. Okay, because Lao Tzu is, because unfortunately, when we like the very first phrase in this chapter about difficult to describe, right? At that state where you are at one, unfortunately, you know, so we have to use the words to describe it. So we say those who follow the Tao, okay, right? But then that's, you know, it's like you are going into the Tao. Like there's a notion of subject and object, right? So Lao Tzu wants to make us go beyond that. Make us so he also said, then say, the Tao will also be with you. So there's no difference. You are one. Okay. So there's no more subject object. Okay. That's the you can say subtle point that Lao Tzu wants us to understand. So that's why he repeat. It's kind of repetitive, like this section 2, right? Like I said right here, right? Okay, right? So section 2, okay, these three phrases and these three are similar, okay, except that he's using this from one direction and then this from the other direction, okay? So, all right, so, all right, okay. Additional understanding, for those who follow the Tao, we are also happy to be with them, okay? Yeah, to be with those who are with the Tao, okay? All right, that's another, you can say, more superficial. Okay, the deeper meaning of le, de, is one is happy to know or joyful to know one must return to one's permanent home, joyful to know to return to one's source, right? We those who follow the Tao, we of course will be happy, will feel happy or pleased because we know how to return to your source, to the source, okay, to one source, to the permanent home. Okay, another understanding, deeper one is this. True joy or bliss or happiness comes from within oneself, that is the original Buddha nature state, and not from external phenomena, right? That's why, remember, we talk about the four nirvana states at the very beginning, right? In the section 1, right? The second, the nirvana state, bliss, the second one, right? Okay, that bliss, right? Okay. It's blissful. Why is it blissful? It's not because of external conditions. No, it's because everything is self-sufficient. Everything is contained, or contained within the Buddha nature essence, right? You have all these liberations, everything that you want, right? So therefore, there's right. So therefore, that's the true joy, the lasting. You can say the lasting or eternal bliss comes from our Buddha nature, not from external. Why? Because external phenomena are not eternal, are not lasting. So that joy comes and goes, right? That bliss that comes, that results from external phenomena is not lasting. Why? Because that external phenomena does not last, right? Okay, so same idea, all right? Okay, so higher understanding. Since one is already able to return to the original state, right? That unperturbed state, right? That non-conditional state, right? That's the true me, right? The true I, right? The pure, the third and fourth virtues or nirvana virtues. So one is naturally very happy, eternally blissful. Okay, all right. Okay. The implication: the Buddha nature is blissful because it is the same as the Tao. Right? Remember the four nirvana virtues. Okay. All right. So the key point is the Tao essence itself is naturally blissful, right? For nirvana. Okay. Remember, this first term is talking about the Tao. Okay, which is the essence. Okay. All right. Okay. The second two phrases. Okay, talking about now virtues. Okay. So basic meaning: those who follow the virtues of the Tao. That's the first phrase, right? Those who are with virtue are those who follow, okay, the virtues. Further understanding: those who can manifest the virtues of Tao in everyday life. That's the same as those who are with the virtue, okay? Then the second phrase is: for those who follow virtue, virtue will follow them. Once again, subject object, right? Okay, so Lao Tzu wants to kind of make us understand you are one. There's no subject object. So you are virtue, virtue is you. Okay, something like that. Okay, basically. All right, all right. Okay. So additional understanding: for those who follow the virtues, we are also happy to be able to follow and manifest the innate Buddha nature virtues, or you can say the four nirvana states. Well, yeah. Okay, you can say the four. Okay, similar. Okay. Another way, the flip side is, on the other hand, if we are selfish and seek self benefits, then our virtues are lost, right? Because that selfish or the ego and the self benefits are not part of our Buddha nature essence, right? Okay. So then that's how you want to lose virtues quickly. You do this. You are selfish. Okay. All right. All right. Higher understanding: to be with virtue is to have the virtues come from the Tao itself, right? Remember? So the virtues are the manifestations, you can say functions, manifestations of the Tao or our Buddha nature essence. That's where here the implication. All that manifests from the Tao nature are called virtues. Okay? So once again, this is the S function and the essence. The Tao is the essence, the virtues are the functions or applications, you can say. Okay? All right? So it's the same idea as not the section, but the part A, right? Those who follow virtue are same. Okay? All right. Parallel. Parallel. Okay? All right. All right. Now the last phrase or sentence of section 2. So those who are with loss is also pleased to have them. Okay. Basic meaning of the first part is those who do not follow or practice the teachings of Tao. Okay. Further understanding: those who do not understand or do not know the Tao principles. Okay, are the first phrase. Second phrase is: for those who do not follow the Tao will not follow them. Actually, the Tao doesn't follow anything, but it just means, what it means is, for those who do not embrace the Tao is not with them, or those who do not have the Tao is not with them. Okay, same idea. Okay, all right. So additional understanding is for those who do not follow or practice Tao, we are also happy to be with them, to still accept and accommodate them, to be in harmony with them. Okay, so that's the other meaning of the second phrase. Okay, all right. So the deeper understanding is to be able to have the capacity to accommodate those who do not follow the Tao. Okay, so we still have to be pleased with them. We have to tolerate, to accommodate. We have to be in harmony with them. Okay, higher understanding. From the perspective of heaven and earth, no matter how bad one is, okay, or evil, heaven and earth will not reject them. Right? Okay, so the implications: heaven and earth is all embracing, all inclusive. Nature is all embracing. All the Tao is all embracing, all inclusive. Okay, so excuse me. Heaven covers all things, and earth bears the weight of everything. So that's nature. That's the Tao. So as we who are one with the Tao, right, and the Tao is us, then we too also have to what? Be all embracing, all inclusive. We have to cover or bear all things, okay? Cover means it encompasses all things and bears the weight of everything, okay? Endures, you can say endures, tolerates, okay? All right, the weight of everything, okay? All right, all right. Now let's go to the conclusion. I'm almost done. Okay, here's the conclusion, the last line. Okay, those who do not trust sufficiently, others have no trust in them. Okay, let's look at the basic meaning first place. Those who do not have sufficient faith in the Tao. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, do not trust sufficiently. What? That they don't have sufficient faith in the Tao. Other meaning is those who do not have sufficient faith in their Buddha nature essence, right? This is more specific, right? Buddha nature essence deals with individuals, right? The Tao is broad, right? It's all encompassing. Okay. Further understanding. If our faith in our Buddha nature essence is insufficient, then we will not believe there's a Buddha nature, right? Makes sense. It's tautological, right? All right. And there's a reason for what. Okay. So the which we'll talk about at the end. Okay. Then the second phrase is others have no trust in them is basic meaning is without sufficient faith, all that we manifest or do will lack strength or efficacy, right? Yeah, makes sense, right? You don't have self-confidence. If you lack self-confidence, it's going to be difficult to do things, to achieve things, to accomplish things, right? Additional understanding. Because of insufficient faith, then there is no faith that will lead to less faith or no faith. So there's insufficient power or strength to do things. Yeah, okay. Another understanding is further understanding is faith in our Buddha nature is critical because a strong belief will help us overcome obstacles and adversities during our journey of cultivation of Tao. Right? Remember the winds and the rains, right? At the very beginning, section 1, right? These represent, you can say, obstacles and adversities in that journey of cultivation. Okay, so we have to use our faith in the Buddha nature, not on external forms. Okay, so that's important. That's how you get unshakable faith, or the highest faith. Okay, is to have the faith with your Buddha nature, not on external forms, not have faith relying on external forms or dependent or conditioned on external forms, conditioned on a book or based on a person or based on a situation, right? Those are all external forms. And if faith is based on those external, then they will not last because external forms will not last, will not endure, right? So that's why the faith, that's the strongest, the unshakable, the deepest, the highest faith is from our Buddha nature or with our Buddha nature. Okay, so with deep faith in our Buddha nature, we will be able to enter it deeply where virtues will manifest by treating everything, whether people, whether matters, whether objects, respectfully and equally. Okay? Because that's from our Buddha nature, right? Okay, so virtues will then manifest, okay, if we have that. So faith is the Tao source, the mother of virtuous merits, giving rise to all various virtuous roots. What are the virtuous roots? The three common one, right, is to have what? No greed, no anger, rage, and no ignorance. That's the counterpart to the three poisons, okay? So the various roots, okay, 善根, okay, the three virtuous roots are the counter to the three poisons, okay? All right. So faith is the Tao source. It's the source. It's the source, and it's the mother of virtuous merits. Okay. All right. So implication: if we do not have confidence or faith in our eternal Buddha nature, then our faith will be insufficient, right? So we have to have confidence. We have to be in it. We have to enter deeply. We have to be with it. You can say with it, with one. Okay, then our faith is what? Infinite or incalculable. Okay, all right. So the key point. I think my time is almost up. Okay, on a personal level, we must have faith in our eternal Buddha nature. If there is insufficient faith, then we will not believe in our Buddha nature and the Tao. Only with sufficient faith in our Buddha nature essence will we be in harmony with the Tao. So that's how we become in harmonious with the Tao, is you need this faith. Okay, that's a necessary condition, all right, requirement to be in harmony with the Tao. That's it. Okay. Any questions?
So this is the same as, what Confucius putting faith in the center of the five constants, so that's the core, that's the essence.
Yeah, that's core. Because without it, the rest are meaningless, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you can say it's also sincerity. It's the genuineness of
genuine.
the self.
Part of the four
true nature.
Normals too, right? Genuine, straightforward. So those are the qualities. So that's why Lao Tzu, nature, right? He called it nature, right? Nature has those four qualities, right? Genuineness, right? Sincerity. You can say sincerity, right? Genuine. You're truthful, right? Honest, right?
Yeah.
I think the faith is probably one of the most important things for the cultivators. Because Buddha always said, if we don't have a faith, we don't have vows, we don't have affinities, they will not ferry us.
Yeah. Buddha cannot save us, right? Yeah. Samputu. Yeah. Three conditions. That's why. That's also faith is very important, because if you don't have faith, right, it's almost impossible you're going to make vows. Isn't that true? Right? Because if you don't believe in anything, what's the point of making a vow? Right?
Yeah.
So it's the mother, the source, the Tao source. Where's my pointer? Right? It's the Tao source right here. Higher understanding. 性为道源, right? 功德母. Yeah, that's very important, right?
Yeah.
And once you have the faith, that's a requirement. If you could have that, then you could be in harmony with the Tao. Okay?
Yeah.
You are the Buddha nature essence. You are it. And the Buddha nature essence is the same as the Tao, right?
Yeah, to keep it simple, we always say we have a Buddha nature in ourselves, but because we are the Buddha reborn too. Yeah. But the other thing I want to mention that the Buddha nature is within ourselves, and Buddha nature also outside of ourselves. So Buddha nature is everywhere, not just inside our body only. Yeah. So also outside of our body too.
Yeah. But there's a requirement for that. The only way that our Buddha nature could be everywhere, right? Everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. The whole Xu Kong, right? The whole cosmic void is we cannot have any 毛病脾气, any three poisons, any ego, any 四相 or 三世. Because if we have any of those elements of the four forms, right, the 四相 or four marks of existence, the three of existence, the three the past, present, and future. What do you call that?
Three minds.
Three minds. Sorry, 3 minds. Or the 3 poisons. Then our Buddha nature will be confined in us. Because that blocks, those things block, those are obstacles that block our Buddha nature from being everywhere. Yeah. So we have to get rid of that, right? Yeah. Get rid of those.
As cultivators, first thing we need to try to get rid of our bad tempers and bad habits. Yeah. So those are probably the first step.
Most basic.
Yeah, if we can do that, we're almost 50%.
Yeah, the rest is easy after that.
Next one would be like the attachment, desire, 3 poisons. So all those would be next. But the temper and habit.
Bad habits, or faults. We can have, we all have shortcomings, right? We're not perfect, right? That's why we're here. That's why we're in this world. If we're perfect, we don't have to be here, right? Right?
Because it has been 60,000 years.
Yeah, so long. We accumulate all that bad habit. The bad habits don't happen overnight, right? They accumulate over how many lifetimes? Thousands of lifetimes, right? Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. That's the reason why those habits, come. I mean, God is not unfair. Say, some people are gonna born with bad habits, some people with good habits. No, those good and bad habits come as a result because we've been reincarnating in this world for thousands and thousands of lifetimes. And each lifetime, if we accumulate just a little bit of bad habit or a little bit good habit, then over the thousands of lifetimes, when we come to this present life, we have a habit. That's the bad habit or the good habit.
And the other thing we need to learn, we need a little patience. I know when I was in New Jersey, we always rush certain things. We don't wait, but now we have to learn to calm down. Mm-hmm. Whenever we facing some stuff, calm ourselves down, take a deep breath, and then just relax a little bit to start to think, what should we do next? Mm-hmm. So don't rush to make all the decisions, also say something. So we need to learn that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 事来则应.
Yeah, but sometimes we react too fast. We need to.
Yeah, we're impatient.
Look at the Guan Yin Buddha and also Simu. When they channeled in the Dharma classes, the lecture Kai, you remember how soft when they speak, how slow they speak. Do you recall it? Remember sometimes you say they don't speak loud enough.
I can't even hear her.
Sometimes I remember Kai told me, say, God, help me. Sometimes I did not hear it because voice are so soft and very low,
Yeah.
We all have to learn that. Very soft tongue to talk. We really need to learn that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd like to thank the grace of heaven, the virtues of masters, and mercy of grand predecessors, transmitters, temple masters, lecturers, and everybody. Okay. And if I say things incorrectly or wrong, I beg Buddha's forgiveness and others for guidance. Thanks.